You were quick on making the drink today.
I gotta get smart to be on film. Testing these hair pills.
Hair
I'm
pill.
gonna give this to you to actually grow your hair.
Oh, jeez.
What do you think about that?
Is that what it is for real?
Any shot for you to grow your hair back? That's the big question.
No, I doubt it.
Do you have any growth of the hair?
Yeah, but it's all over the place.
When did you start receding, you think? What age?
Shit. I would say in my 20s, like mid-20s.
Genetics?
Yeah. Genetics sucks.
How are your genes you feel for bodybuilding?
Well, I thought they were shit for the longest time.
Yeah, but you still were able to win some shows, weren't you?
Well, then I figured it out. Met someone who put things together for me.
Your true love was martial arts, though, huh?
Yeah, I did that for a long time, dude.
And how far did you go with it?
Black belt, 2nd degree.
Would you be able to do any of these?
Yeah. It comes back. I'm a little rusty, but it comes back. It's like you're riding a bicycle.
Think you can kick over your head and all that, or?
I'd have to practice a little bit. I would need your stretching machine.
I'm surprised you're not into it, though.
Yeah, sometimes I miss it, but...
You started at what age?
Dude, I was right when I started high school. I remember...
One thing I never got into was martial arts, dude.
Really? Yeah. You like Van Damme and all those movies, though.
I just never got into... It just wasn't big in my area.
Oh, really?
I mean, everyone was like hockey play. Like hockey was big.
Yeah.
Boston Bruins, and then
you never played that?
Baseball. No, I played football because my best friend was on the football team, and they kept trying to recruit me. You know, they were recruiting me for track, and then I was discus and shot putter, and I was actually in grammar school I was a good long distance runner, and I was really good at short distance. Like they wanted me to do that.
Sprints and stuff.
Yeah, I was good at the 100 yards, but then, football was kind of my passion.
Yeah. How long did you do that for?
I did it for 3 years, sophomore, junior, and senior.
Okay.
And then when I went to college, I didn't have a football team, so that's why people always ask, like, how come you didn't stay with football? And I just loved bodybuilding, I fell in love with bodybuilding, and it kind of doesn't really work together. Bodybuilding and football.
I know, you have to pick one.
Yeah, it was like more repetitions rather than power training.
Yeah. That's why I quit karate too, because it's just like it got to be too much.
I joined the Gold's Gym in Worcester, and then it was like, I saw progression so fast. I'm like, damn, I'm actually pretty good at this. And then once I met Chris Aceto, it was like, wow.
Forget it, huh? Yeah. You were lucky to meet the right people right from the beginning, because that makes a big difference.
Yeah, he put that nutrition plan together, and I was talking about, like, I taped it on the refrigerator, and, he had 6 meals a day. And I literally followed it in order, because I thought if I changed things around,
it wouldn't work as well.
I wouldn't have the same effects. You know what I mean?
That's silly. Yeah.
And so, like, it was like, I remember steak and potato was like the 3rd meal or something. I think chicken and rice was 2nd. And, I used to prep my food, and I would, I believed in pasta was like my big gainer food. So like if someone's a hard gainer and they stay relatively lean, pasta works really well for that, because you can eat a lot of carbohydrates very easily, right?
Yeah.
Like 4 ounces of
it's
pasta
dense,
is like 80 grams of carbs. So like if you're not someone that puts on a lot of body fat or has high estrogen or naturally pretty lean, that's really good food for you to eat. So I would eat pasta, like when I was working golf course maintenance, I'd have like 3 pasta meals a day, because it was just easy to golf down when I was on the golf course. I was running the equipment, and that was kind of how I did it. But that's always my go-to. Like people now eat junk food, but I think pasta, like any of you guys out there watching this or listening, like if you want to gain size and fullness, I think pasta is a really good way to do it. And also white rice. And there's always that question, like brown rice, white rice. Like for me, my stomach got kind of tore up if I ate too much brown rice. I feel like you want the faster carbohydrates that kind of shoot in. So I think white rice is a lot more quicker. And then also, like, I used to switch to grits, if you remember, for breakfast instead of oatmeal, because you know, having so much oatmeal, it just kind of sits like a brick sometimes in your stomach. So I went to grits or cream of rice or something that was a lot more quicker digestion. I mean, that's one thing that when I worked with Hani in 08, 09, you know, he pointed out, like, oh, he just needs, you know, maybe this doesn't hit your body fast enough, so we kind of switched it up. I never thought of that, because back in Massachusetts, like, we didn't even hear about grits. It's kind of like a southern thing, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Cracker Barrel has like the best grits ever. You ever have their grits there? They put butter in them and stuff. They're so good. But
The restaurant?
Yeah, Cracker Barrel.
You're closing all of them, right?
No way.
Yes.
Really?
That sucks.
It's a pretty crowded restaurant. They have
I
one out on
know.
the
I love it. It's a very patriotic place. It's like the flags everywhere, and it's awesome.
I didn't know they were closing.
That sucks, man. Yeah. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite meal to eat out was breakfast.
I know.
But you know, damn, breakfast has gotten so expensive. Like,
I know.
You go to these places, and for two people, it ends up being, you know, depending on where you go, if you get something that's other than like just eggs and bacon and toast. I mean, if you get like the pancakes or whatever, it's dude, it ends up being like $60.
Yeah.
You know? It's a lot for people to you know, they'd rather go out to a nice dinner for that.
Yeah.
Go out for like steak or whatever else, you know. My go-to was always like Outback Steakhouse, or I used to go to those kind of restaurants. And I used to go to Macaroni Grill, or
yes,
or what's the salad bar place you used to go to with the soup and salad?
Suplantation.
Yeah.
They closed during the quarantine.
Really?
There's no more. Yeah.
Because you love that salad
Yeah,
bar.
I would go all the time. That was my cheat. I would go there and I would go to the movies after. Yeah.
And eat candy, or?
No, because I would fill up on the salad bar, you know.
Now we're gonna walk. Look at he's asking.
I know.
Are you ready to go for a walk? We're gonna put a jacket on you though. Hold on, I'll get you a jacket.
Are you coming with us?
I'm gonna get him a jacket
Capone.
because it's too cold.
Okay.
We'll get him dressed in a jacket. They're not a very good dog, Dad. Am I?
Oh, and she's got it down to a science.
Should I wake her up just to put the dog jacket on?
She's usually up at this time when I come.
Yeah, she's tired. Okay, there's your.
There you go. There you go.
This is your right jacket.
Yeah. Maybe the other one's too small.
He's like, I can't take this torture in the morning.
There you go. Look at that. Look how good he looks.
How's that?
Good boy.
Collar in there, though. There you go. Take your collar out of it. Say, Dad. There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
Okay, you ready? We're gonna go for a walk. Nice and chilly today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see our wind people today, our blowers.
Maybe it's too cold for
Our
them.
fans will be disappointed. Yeah, Chris texted me yesterday and he's like, man, it's kind of weird being in Vegas for the Olympia in December.
Yeah, he hasn't been there for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's just different time of year to have it in Las Vegas. But a hell of a lineup this year, dude.
Oh my God. It makes it very hard to actually give any sort of prediction, or, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Rami's going to repeat.
Yeah,
I mean, Brandon has a really good shot he stopped by yesterday, Brandon.
Oh, you saw him?
Yeah, he stopped by my office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's swinging for a second.
Nice.
Him and this new guy, Patrick. I don't know if you would know who Patrick is. He's a Nigerian guy that he won overseas and qualified. I think it's his first.
Oh, wow.
But he stopped over and Brandon's looking good, dude. I didn't see what he looked like, he didn't peel down, but I think those two
honestly, are going to be your top. And I think Brandon could do the impossible and get the title back like I did in 09.
I would love to see that.
I think Hottie and William are going to be, I think that's going to be a battle too.
For third and fourth?
I think it's going to be.
They compare well.
But then after that, bro.
It's a crapshoot.
I mean, you got Walker and you got Hunter and you got Derek Lunsford. I think those guys are going to. I mean, we just had a conversation about Michael Crizzo.
Yeah.
Who we haven't seen against anyone, but he's not a small guy.
He's huge.
And he looks in really great shape, and he could stir it up a little bit.
He could be a wild card, yeah.
And then you got Andrew and Ian, and I think those guys are going to be very problematic. I know Rafa's getting some hype right now, but dude, there's just so many great, talented guys, and and then you got guys like Antoine and James who
that's right
look unbelievable, and I see those guys a lot because we're on that Telegram app called The Circles.
The Circles, yeah.
This property, I still can't get them to give me a good price on it.
Oh, really?
Well, they're not desperate enough yet, Hopefully we can get the market's going to shift here some.
Yeah.
Be a good buying opportunity pretty soon. I'm getting a lot of real estate people reaching out to me right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, but, where does the Walker and Hunter battle end up? I mean, there's a question, and does Blessing actually crack in there? There's a talk about him, Akeem Williams. I mean,
that's right.
He's been sixth before. I mean, Justin Rodriguez looks really good. I don't know if you've seen pictures of him.
I don't think he won anything. He's going on points, right? This year. Did he win something?
I think he won something, bro.
Okay.
I think he won one of the shows. But who else am I forgetting? Who else?
I mean, what did Matt say yesterday? How many people are competing? Like 30 people?
Well, I thought there was 35 qualified, but I think they're going to be like 29.
Wow. That's a big lineup, dude. I think last time there was that many was like in 02 or something, the year you skipped. There was like an endless amount of people, I remember. Yeah.
So I think, like I said, the top top four, I should say, are going to be...
I like it.
Are going to see, I mean, Rami, Brandon, Bonnick, and Hottie Chupin,
Yeah.
I think Derek could surprise. I think he's kind of going to be we haven't seen him lined up with these guys yet. So.
Right. How nervous do you think he is making that jump in the open?
How what?
How nervous do you think he is?
I don't think he's nervous. I think he's...
No?
Remember, he's young, dude. And why I think he could be kind of like the guy that jumps in there is, he has a crazy front and a rear double, and he's very wide.
Yeah.
Like, Hani's said to me a million times, like, he reminds me a lot of you because of his width.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of round muscle belly. So does he need body? Does he need density? Hell yeah. So that's why I don't think he can come in and win it first time. If Andrew Jacked was like shredded, he might be very dangerous to crack the top spots.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure after seeing him in UK that he's going to shock the world with the condition needed from the backside. From the front, I think he can stand with anyone. But I think he's still just too new. I mean, for him, phenomenal. Like, him and Crizzo, man, that would be a tough... I guess I would definitely give it to Andrew as the bodybuilder of the year for sure. Yeah. But Michael is just... I mean, for him to say, okay, I'm going to go for a pro card and win a pro show in the same year and qualify for the Olympia, that's never really been done.
It's crazy, yeah.
So I have to take my hat off to him, and I told you I saw him in person at Gold's Venice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there.
And, oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were filming. He was impressive then, though,
He was really impressive, and he's better than that now.
Yeah, he looks really big in the upper torso, right? And he's got legs. So he's going to be dangerous. I think a lot of people are counting him out. And if he shows up with the condition he's showing online, the only thing that I'm just a little concerned about is the detail in the midsection, because it's very important when you get to those. Yeah. Especially when you stand next to Walker and Hadi Chupin, and I mean, a lot of these guys have great midsections. Brandon. Yeah. You know, Bonnick's structure's not perfect, but he's just got so much. I compare Bonnick to Phil Heath as far as roundness. Yeah. Like, no one has that crazy roundness, bro. And he's just got the maturity, and he's really coming on. So I'm really happy to see that, you know? Yeah. Baby, we're filming. I'm walking with Dave. Okay. Bye.
Well, he doesn't sound good.
Yeah. She just woke up, probably wondering where I was. And I don't know. You know, I don't really follow as close to Classic, and I'm sure there'll be. I mean, Chris was at the office yesterday. He said Breon looks really good, but I think Bumstead and Terrence and Urs. You know, I saw Urs. I trained with Urs. He looks really good. But there's some new guys, I think, in that division. You know, bikini, obviously, I think Laura Lee and Jen may have another battle on their hands. Yeah. And then hopefully Yarisha does well in wellness, but those Brazilian girls are just, they're really tough, bro. Yeah. And men's physique, you know, Brandon's been training at Dragon's Lair. Brandon Hendrickson, you seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him with Neil. He looks great.
But Aaron Banks looks phenomenal too. He's coming on strong. You know, he won Boston and Arnold, but that will be a good battle too. That kid Nick looks really good at Dragon's Lair.
Nick looks
unbelievable. He's gonna be in the top 5.
I think. He's good. Great shape, and he's very complete.
Well, give me your top 3 prediction.
I like what you said.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, you're a fan of certain guys, right? Is there anyone you're excited to see? Or
I'm really excited to see how Andrew and Michael Crizo will compare with the rest, because the other guys we've seen competed so many times. You know, we kind of can judge somewhat where they're gonna land, but these two guys are like, you have no clue. Yeah. You know, they're just kind of like. I mean, they're kind of like.
Yeah, it seems like you're more excited to see Crizo after seeing like.
He looks
that
great,
crazy
dude.
Muscular, doesn't he?
Oh my God, he looks just.
He's got the biggest arms probably in the lineup.
Dude, arms, shoulders, like sick.
Yeah.
But you're right. He has tendency to lose his midsection on certain poses. Sometimes I don't think he thinks about it, but I think it's just a posing error. I don't think it's because he doesn't have it. Yeah. You know, but
he just needs more detail. I mean, he's still young. I mean.
How old is he?
He's in his early 30s, but dude, he's new into bodybuilding as far as, like, you know, not experienced.
Yeah, just like Andrew.
If you're on your first Olympia, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it brings a lot of excitement to have those two guys in the show. That's what I think.
I think so too.
You know.
It's going to be a hell of a contest though, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm excited about going for sure.
Come on. Let's put him in the house.
I owe Dan big time. You can't even get tickets right now for the night show.
Call Dan and say, Dan the man.
Dan the man.
Hey, come on.